Hi there, survivors. It's Adrian back again. We're doing Ark Survival Evolved from the beginning. So just a little catching up here first. What I've done is I've put some stone and flint into the mortar and pestle and ground up some spark powder. And then I've added some charcoal to the spark powder and I can grind up some gunpowder. Now I take the gunpowder and put it into the smithy along with some metal, and under weapons, ammo, we got simple rifle ammo. Now it takes 12 gunpowder and 2 metal ingots to make 1 bullet. So they're precious at this early stage of the game. I'm going to make those 8 and that'll use up all my metal ingot. I've been up the hill and I've got a stack more metal, so we've got 250 odd that are coming through soon. So that will give us a firearm. Then we can make the actual weapon itself, which is this long neck rifle that takes 95 ingots. So there's something that I want to show you here. I've just dumped all my tools and weapons out, and I'm going to jump on our little flyer here, and we're going to head west or northwest. Here's our little base. I quite often will stop on the top of this hill here just to catch my breath, because that's taken half of my stamina out. And I wanted to show you something. This is something I wanted to show you before, but I couldn't. Oh, there's something down there. There's something that I want. There's an Iguanodon. Okay, we're going to tame an Iguanodon in this episode. We're just going to kill these little dillos. Now, right there is an Iguanodon. And it looks a bit like a parasaur. And they're just as good as a parasaur. They carry just as much weight, but they're faster. They are a much better ride. Now, he's a little bit hurt. So we're going to tame him, but just before we do, I want to go up to the top of this hill and show you what I wanted to show you before I had to run home because I was dying of thirst. Right up on top of this peak here is a ruin. Now this is, you remember, this is where the crystal and the rich metal are. Right up on the top there's a ruin. And in amongst this ruin there's a little chest, and if you get close enough to it, it'll open up and you'll get a Rockwell record, what they call an explorer note. Now these are all over the map, and every time you get one, if you look down the bottom right hand corner of my screen, I get 600 seconds of high value points. So I get double experience points during that period. So I'm going to try and tame this Iguanodon now. Now the Iguanodon, it's almost exactly the same kind of tame as the parasaur. We knock him out, and then we boil him first, and then we knock him out, and then we put berries in his inventory, mejo berries. So we're going to get what we need, which is firstly our weapons. I've put another storage box here. I've got my weapons in one, and I've got my resources in the other. So there, and I've actually got, at this stage, most of the berries in this one. I've gotten rid of one of these. I'm just using this for berries for now. So I'm going to take a stack of mejo berries, and I need a bowler. And we're going to tame this Iguanodon. Now, have I got a bowler already made? One. Not happy with one. I want another one at least. So we need a bit of hide, a bit of thatch, a bit of stone. What else? A bit of fibre probably. Okay, let's have 2 more bowler. That will quickly grind up. One and the next one, and we can head out now. Load the bowler into slot 5. I'll also just take my sword with me because I like to have a good fighting weapon. It's a bit dangerous out there as I've mentioned to you before, it's a bit dangerous out the back. I'm not going to take Dimorphodon with me. So we're going to go out, it's a foggy day. We're going to try and tame Iguanodon. I think I've gammed it up. There's our hill, and here's our Iguanodon. So we'll just jump out here, 5, to get the bowler, line him up, crosshairs, and he's safe. Now you can't punch these guys because if you go up near him, he'll bite you. So that's why we have to use the tranquilizer arrows. Yeah, maybe we're a bit too close. Right, loaded up my bow with tranquilizer arrows. I don't know how many it'll take, maybe not too many. It is possible that he'll run away before he's unconscious. Excellent. So, access the inventory, put the Mijo berries in there, and then get my sword out and then just stand guard. Because what we're looking for now is any of the bad guys that might want to come and take our Iguanodon, eat it perhaps, whatever. It's not good. It's 13%. I'll just check his inventory. His health, he was a bit injured before I started, so he's down to 53. You do have to be careful. Sometimes you can kill these guys. When you're shooting them with an arrow, don't shoot them in the head. The head will give, sometimes on some animals, it gives double damage, which when you're trying to kill them, aim for the head. When you're not trying to kill them, aim for the body. And that's a general rule of thumb. Now, when it comes to things like the turtles, the body only gives 25% damage because of that shell. So you have to hit the head or the fleshy part. You can see around the legs and the tail. If you get an arrow there, you'll get full points. If you get an arrow in the head, you'll get full points. You don't get double points on the turtle because their head is actually quite armoured. But it's a waste of time shooting them in the shell. Not a complete waste of time, but you'll go through twice as many arrows, sometimes 4 times as many arrows. %. This will probably only take another minute. He's eating another bite. 80%, 67 to 80. So we're going to probably take 2 more bites at this, and then I'm going to have to fly home slowly and have him, wild male Iguanodon, have him follow me home. There he is. One more. 93.8%. And there he is, and I'm going to name him just as uncreatively as I usually do. He's Iggy. Now, default, he's following. So I'm going to put my sword away, jump on Terry, and then fly at a slow speed. Look how fast he is. I can even increase my speed a bit, and he's right there. They're like a horse. They're really good. They carry almost as much weight as a parasaur. I've got to be honest, and it's not as much. Let's watch him come down this hill. He's caught behind a rock, and he's coming. And there he is, look at that. So I'm going to park out here so he doesn't go insane trying to find me. I'm going to get him to stop following me. And now I'm going to make a saddle for him. I'm going to park Trixie in the base. He's nice and safe. She's nice and safe. Terry. Right, what's involved in an Iguanodon saddle? I probably have to learn the engram first. So, Ig. And there it is, level 30. And fibre, hide, wood. No problem at all. So let's grab some fibre, hide, wood. Iguanodon saddle. Craft 1. Put the other stuff back. it's crafted. Come out here. Equip the saddle on Iggy, and there he is. If I jump up on him, look at this, look how much faster he is. So he's going to be our new transport, especially on long distances. If we just check his specs, he's also got a special ability. We'll talk about that in a second. His specs are weight 375 at level 4. So we'll level him up with speed and weight, and he's pretty good. Now, what this is, I'll show you. If I just put 10 Mijo berries in his inventory and then hold the E key and click this seed fruit in inventory, he makes this little animation. And then if we look in his inventory, oops, look in his inventory, it's not Mijo berries anymore, it's Mijo berry seed. So quite simply, that's what he does. He converts berries into seed. Now, this is great. I'm going to put the Mijo berries back in here, and I'm going to feed him with a more generic kind of berry, because as you see, the Mijo berries, when you're taming, if you don't use Mijo berries, it takes twice as long. So Mijo berries are a preferred food. And put the berries in. Now, what you do have to be careful of is when you hit the E key, is don't accidentally click this, because that's usually where the access inventory part of the pie menu is. If you accidentally click that, then you'll grind all his fruit into seed, and that might not be what you wanted. Okay, so that's today's tame, is an Iguanodon, and that's going to be it for now. Don't forget those explorer nodes. You'll find them all over the map. I'll show you more as we go. And I'll see you all in the next episode. Take care.